Disclaimer, because foul language, stuff not working, and disappointments. I guess. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, and everything in between. I'm the Canadian, back with a new N-scale video. Today, we're going to be doing a review on a Rapido's Barrel Ore car. The variant that I have is in CN scale test car. So let's get into the review. So starting off, I guess I should explain what is a scale test car. Well, examples such as this are mainly used, as their name implies. They test scales on the scale tracks. Where these are normally found are at facilities that serve to fill rail cars that haul like bulk commodities like coal, wood chips, or other items that are hauled by weight. And normally at these facilities there is a track where empties are brought in and weighed. That weight is subtracted from the total weight once they're full. In order to keep those scales calibrated properly, these cars are used to maintain that. They're normally filled with some sort of substance. Pea gravel is something I heard. And they're meticulously monitored and moved very little in order to keep this car well maintained and be able to be used properly to calibrate those scales. So, taking a look at the car here, I will move this up. With my pointy stick here. I'm using a painting stick. I need a proper pointer, I know. So taking a look at the scale test car here, the review itself is just the Barrel Ore car, but this is in the CN scale test car color. So in reality, taking a look at this Barrel Ore car here, from Rapido, of course, it's going to have top-notch detail and a lot of effort put in to the design of these cars. Now, I don't know a lot about these ore cars. They're not found on the west coast. They're mainly found back east in Ontario and areas like that. So, I got it because it's a scale test car. I'm like, you know what? Let's get a scale test car for the layout. And so, yeah, so forgive me for my lack of knowledge on the actual prototypes. But taking a look at this car here, it is very nicely detailed. As you can see, the paint here, if it focuses, is very crisp and legible. You have the CN with the reporting mark here. And then here you have the scale test car and the, excuse my lack of the ability to speak French, wagon Italien. That's the best you're going to get out of me. Any Quebecois or people who speak French can yell at me in the comments. So going around here, as you can see, it looks like a barrel. Henceforth, the Barrel Ore car. It's got a lot of brake detail on the end here. And the railings as well are made from a stiff plastic. They're molded in orange and then painted white. Oops. Painted white for safety. Going along to the other end, you don't have the brake detail, but you do have the same railing detail here. Looking at the top here, you have the hatches that do not open. I think these have to do with the opening of the hatch. These 6 posts here, I'm not sure. Someone down below, someone in the comments tell me what they're for. Again, it's not a car that you see over here, so. Going on to the bottom, because another thing that Rapido loves to do is the bottoms of their cars You can see the detail underneath here with the frame of the car and the hatches down below for emptying out. Very crisp as well, nicely painted, and they are metal because it does also serve as the weight for the car. So not a lot that I can say about this car, and being the fact that I don't know much about the prototype, and it's a scale test car, so it's not being used as the ore car. Couplers are a microtrains, whereas Rapido listed as microtrains compatible coupler. It's pretty much, to my eyes, it looks just, it's a microtrains coupler. I need to get this in frame. Wow. How can you tell I have not done this for a few weeks? Yeah, it's a microtrains coupler. And then the trucks are the typical Rapido trains trucks with blackened metal wheels on it on both sides. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is the walkways across on each end of the car are etched, and they are see-through. Bringing the little test track over. You can do a little bit of a push by here. It does run fairly well, as expected from a Rapido product. So now I'm going to do a little bit of quick research on where exactly these cars go, on a train anyways, and I'll see you at the layout. Putting our scale test car on the track here, I've put in a prototypical position, or where you would normally find it when it's being moved, at the back of the consist here, as prototypically, in order to keep the car calibrated, it needs to be moved as less as possible. So they normally park it at the back of the train. So hooked up here, I've got my MP15. I've got my all-door boxcar and a microtrains 2-bay cement hopper. So we're just going to give it a couple loops around the track, see how it goes. And it runs very smooth around the track. Of course, being a Rapido product, that's expected as such to be a good runner, as well as it looks. If you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. As always, leave a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. And again, check out the Instagram page, the Canadian A, for updates and other stuff going on with the channel. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.